Recently purchased this Char Griller from Amazon, $99. I'm going to go over all the features, and it's taking the place of this older grill, which is very similar. And then I have this grill here that I use to store charcoal. I have a video on watertight storage. I'll provide a link. I'm very pleased with this style grill. It's a heavy gauge steel, heavy weight. Got a wooden handle here so it doesn't get hot. Huge fan of cast iron grates. Also made of cast iron. And they give you two different grilling options. This is flat, and then you got your deep lines for steaks. Two halves. In here we've got a grate to hold a bed of charcoal, which is a slide drawer. And what I like about this one, there's no drip pan. All the oils, grease burns up within the unit. No messes. Got a ventilator here that vents underneath the charcoal so it burns very hot. And then you got your ventilation here, draws the heat across and up, so all your smoke goes across the food and out. It's also a damper. Nice wooden shelf, cedar. The base is sufficient, however, it's a little wobbly due to this joint. They need a bracket from here to here, front and back, to take care of that. Bottom shelf. This one is sturdy. It don't budge. Bottom rack, so we could use an improvement there. They both have slide drawers. This one has a lock. Safety feature, Pro. However, this one doesn't have a stopper. So if you accidentally pulled that out too far, not good. This one's wore out and loose, but it has a locking mechanism where it won't pull out. You have to lift up, then out, and then it has a built-in stopper here, so you don't have to think about it. It's a nice feature. They can improve on that one. The handle is a very nice feature. It's spiral, so it never gets hot. Here, I believe you would need gloves. This could use a handle here. Another aspect, if you're grilling, forget to lock that. You got children around and they pull. Not a good day. One of the main reasons I purchased this grill, not only is the barrel style with the drawer slide, it has a stack. I mean, what's cooler than that? To be grilling, have smoke pouring out the stack. I don't know why they've done away with that. I can't find it. Another feature, I'd like to find this grill in a larger version, but they don't seem to carry it. And maybe it's a safety feature because of the drawer slide. Not sure. However, I could retrofit the drawer, make it twice as long, weld these together, and have a double grill. That'd be really nice. Got a nice shelf made of cedar. These runs are plastic. Got a little too hot one time, melted down. I put this on top. Point out some features. Wished it had a stopper. You wouldn't have to think about it. And you lay your bed of charcoal in here. Wood chips on top of the charcoal. Clears nicely. For initial smoke, I use these. You get smoke right away, and then some larger pieces. If you need to add charcoal, pull and add. I'll show some other features later. With the split grill system, it's versatile. You can add charcoal, or if you're doing indirect heat, you can have a large pile of charcoal here, wood chips. Then again, you're reducing the square footage of cooking area, depending on what you're doing. Let me give you an example of capacity. Here I've got the grate laid out. Get a good visual of the real estate. It's a little hard to see when it's in the grill. We can get 3 burgers this way, 3 burgers in this direction. These are the smashed flat Bubba burgers. Most burgers are a little smaller, so you get 3 here. So 3 would be 9 burgers. And what I do, I get 9 burgers on there, and then I put the hot dogs in the cracks. And that would feed 9 people if you had a party of 9. And what you do is, to flip the burgers, you move all the hot dogs over to one side, flip, 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 move the dogs back, and then flip that side. It's a little busy, but it works. However, if you're doing steaks, maybe 4 steaks on there, that's not a very large party, and it'd be a little hard to put baked potatoes in with that. So it's not the best for a large amount of people. You can get a good amount of chicken on there, a full chicken, baby back ribs. So if you got a party of 4, I would say this is perfect. Smashed. So since the old grill is still operational, I keep it in a shed so it doesn't deteriorate anymore. And then if I have guests over, I can have burgers on one grill, the other with hot dogs, baked potatoes, corn, taters. So it's going to work out. When you purchase a new grill, you want to fire it up on high heat for about an hour, burn off all the manufacturing oils, grease, and then I'll show how to season, treat the grates. This one should have had a handle right here. You lift up, pull it. Pro. Now I'll show a comparison of the drawers. They both have the same concept, excellent ventilation. This grate is removable, a little easier cleaning. However, it's a little sloppy. I wish they had it where it clicked in, and when you pressure wash, it's easier when it's removed. This one is fixed. I like that. It's sturdy, doesn't go anywhere. However, you can see it's starting to rust out, and this is the first area to go. You got all that heat, moisture. It's a shame because the grill is made of heavy metal, and they should have duplicated it here. So I could have a machine shop, put a new base in there, and I'd go for several more years. However, my grill has seen better days. I'm going to show a mock-up of how this drawer is very useful. Got a little bit of charcoal in there. Put some lighter fluid on there. This will demonstrate a huge fire when it's loaded up with burgers and you got grease spillage. So here's the scenario. You open the door to a large fire. And you're like, oh no, I'm going to burn up all those burgers. Relieves the tension on the burn until this levels out. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope this has helped someone. I highly recommend this grill. Load it with features, and if you'd like to see the full assembly, I'll provide a link.